What's up, everybody? Hello, fellow Lake Norman fans. Ross McCullough here, aka Carolina Realtor Ross, with Real Broker in the Lake Norman area of Charlotte. Today, we're going to take a look at Davidson and see what makes it different than any other town on Lake Norman. Talk about a little bit of aspects of some country club living, some waterfront living, a little bit of everything. And of course, as we have right over that shoulder, Davidson College, which is its staple. Just ask Steph Curry, he'll tell you all about it. We're going to get into that right now. Okay, so number one on my list of what separates Davidson, makes it a little bit different, is going to be Davidson Landing. Davidson Landing is a condo complex, or better yet, a series of condo complexes. And it is the only waterfront, Lake Norman waterfront opportunity in Davidson. And it is only condominiums, okay? No single family homes out there at all, but it is absolutely beautiful. We are going to jump on over to my office and take a multifaceted tour. Okay, so as we zoom into Davidson Landing, what we're going to have, I'll show you exactly where we are. I-77 is going to cut off Davidson Landing from the remainder of Davidson. Phenomenal complex, again, solely based on condominiums. So what you'll see on the south side of Davidson Landing are Emerald Bay condominiums, Newport. We'll go back to that here in just a moment. The worst part about those condos is going to be its proximity to Interstate 77 and hearing that traffic, okay? So that is going to be the big drawback. However, it is still great waterfront. Each complex has its own pool. Many of them have boardwalks along the water. Absolutely beautiful. So we'll start with Emerald Bay condos. What you see right up here, we're going to have the walking path that's going to come down and lead you to that waterfront boardwalk. From there, we'll head up to Captain's Watch. So we've got Emerald Bay, Newport, and Captain's Watch. Important aspect of them, they have garage access. So access to garages, not every unit, but when one comes available, you can jump on that. But again, the rest of the complex does not have that. Now we'll swing around and start to get to the west-facing condos, which will be South Point condominiums, Stone Bluff condos, Windjammer condos. Again, you see the boardwalk along the water. You also see boat slips. There are a few deeded boat slips. Of course, those are a premium. The remainder of the boat slips are going to be owned by another company, and you'll have to lease those. As we zoom in there, we get to the tennis villas. These are the only condominiums without water view or direct waterfront access. Right behind that is going to be where the tennis courts and pickleball courts are located. We'll continue heading to the north, and as we do, we'll get to the portside condominiums. Kind of the centerpiece, if you will, of Davidson Landing. You see the beach, you see the pool, you see the phenomenal water views looking straight west, big water. Then we get to the North Point condominiums, and they are going to cover, again, as it's called, North Point, the entire North Point of that complex. From there, we'll swing around, and we will get to Edgewater. Edgewater is going to look to the north. Now, what's great to know about this, yes, Edgewater is very close to I-77. However, you see the placement of each condo. They face out to the northwest. You don't have that view of I-77. You're looking at water. From there, we'll swing around. The last complex is Harbor Watch. Harbor Watch, by its name, overlooks North Harbor, which is, again, the main staple of Davidson Landing. North Harbor Restaurant is absolutely fantastic. I've had many special meals there. My father's 75th birthday, Mother's Day brunches, you name it. Accessible by boat. Several of these boat slips are going to be solely for individuals who are boating in to dine at the restaurant. Next to that, we have the cottages. In the cottages, there is a quaint little restaurant and wine bar. Absolutely fantastic. Right up here, we have some offices as well as one more little evening kind of speakeasy bar. From there, we'll swing out again and get an overall view of Davidson Landing, show its large view of the water as well as its proximity to Cornelius just to the south and Mooresville just to the north. And there it went by way of Langtree. Okay, guys, so we have completed the tour of Davidson Landing, and we're going to shortly make our way to the second key point of Davidson and what differentiates it from other area Lake Norman communities. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. If this is yourself returning to my channel, welcome back. Guys, I am doing everything that I can to try to showcase the Lake Norman area of Charlotte to you and inform you of everything that it has to offer. So when you make the decision to relocate and make the move to the Lake Norman area, I'm giving you everything you need to be an informed buyer and can't wait to offer my help. So please give me a call, days, nights, weekends, shoot me a text, email, whatever is easiest for you. Ask me some questions. Set up a Zoom meeting. You can do so down below in the video description. Just a quick Calendly invite, and any 15, 30 minutes that works for you. Would love to jump online with you and chat about what your home search looks like and what may be bringing you to the area. All right, so we checked out Davidson Landing. Now, number 2 on my list of things that separate Davidson from other towns on Lake Norman. The town of Davidson itself and Davidson College. And what makes that a little bit different than other areas of the lake. We're going to jump back on over to the office and take a quick tour and talk about the town of Davidson and living there. Okay, so as we begin to make our way towards the town of Davidson, we will begin over Lake Norman and make our way to the east. You do see Lake Davidson off to the left-hand side of your screen. That is the north side of Davidson. That does have lake access, very minimal from some of the neighborhoods adjacent. So we will now make our way down Griffith Street towards Davidson. Before we do have Davidson Day Private School just to the north side of that intersection. We'll continue to make our way down Griffith Street. We do have Roosevelt Park there. On the right-hand side, beautiful walk, great afternoon can be had over there at the park. As we zoom into this portion of Davidson, that is the area where the Community School of Davidson is located. It is a charter school. Again, lottery access to get into there, but a wonderful school. Prior to getting to Main Street Davidson and Davidson College, we do have a couple of small complexes with some eateries and some great places to sit and grab some lunch. Maybe a cocktail in the evening. Now we are looking south towards the town of Davidson. On our left-hand side, that entire area is Davidson College. You see the athletic fields and the campus. We now make our way down to Main Street. As we take a stroll down Main Street, you notice the college on the left-hand side and some great local restaurants and businesses on the right-hand side, always busy. Days, nights, doesn't matter. There's always going to be people walking around Main Street Davidson, coming in and out of coffee shops, businesses, bookstores, you name it, so much to do. As we peer down to the southern edge of Davidson, this is where our living begins. And Davidson, I equate to the 90210 of the Lake Norman area. And by that, I mean everything in Davidson is priced up about 20 to 25% based on comparable homes, not waterfront, in other areas of the lake. Land is of a premium. It's just such a desirable area to be, to get out and to walk around. Slightly different. Of course, it's got that that smaller feel, easy to walk to anywhere when you're living near the downtown area. So to take advantage of that, it will cost you a little bit more. So as we head down what has become now Concord Highway, it takes you down Davidson and towards the Concord area. We do have a couple of neighborhoods on our left-hand side, the northern side of Concord Highway. You do notice a little bit more a conventional modern style neighborhoods where homes are going to be down some streets very similar in style versus what you had down closer to the downtown Main Street area with the older homes, some of which have been redone, maybe torn down and completely rebuilt, which will begin in the 700s and make their way up above 2 million in some cases, depending upon finishes and updates. Peer back towards Davidson from the east now and then zoom back in. What we're going to be looking at here shortly is Stowe's Corner, which is where Main Street forks off with South Street, which heads down towards the Cornelius area. And we will complete our tour with a view of the Davidson Public Library across the street from Davidson College and peer back towards Main Street, Davidson once again. Again, what differentiates the town of Davidson from others is its walkability. You can get essentially to anywhere in downtown Davidson by foot or bike. Number 3 on my list is going to be the Greenway system that Davidson offers, unlike any other town that touches the lake. Specific to Davidson, there is a Greenway bike trail, walking, jogging system that comes down and through Davidson and really just brings the whole family outdoors and makes it that much more of an outdoorsman's place to live around Lake Norman. Let's head on over, check it out. All right, so we have gone full screen. So essentially what we're looking at now, here is the downtown Davidson area. You see, this is the Davidson Greenway map. So the thick green lines, we have actual specific Greenway space. The smaller green lines, we have side paths. So heading down Concord Road, you have a long path that is protected from the street, as well as, of course, all of the greenways. And you see how specific all of this is. It takes you down and through all of Davidson to the West Branch Nature Preserve. Keep in mind that as you're coming down Shearer Road, there's also parks with Greenway access as well that can connect you to it. But this essentially is giving you the lay of the land to take a specific 6 mile plus, maybe 7 mile trek down and then 6 or 7 miles back. Absolutely phenomenal and well thought out. So when we talk about walkability of Davidson, it is a lot more encompassing than just being walkable downtown or walkable within Davidson Landing. What Davidson has done has tried to connect everyone from an outdoor perspective. Kids can ride their bikes down and through as they get a little bit older and visit friends, and vice versa. Have them come up. Schools in the area are fantastic. A quick access to, as you see, Huff High School, Bailey Middle School. Those are going to be the top public schools that Davidson will feed to. You also have the Community School of Davidson. You have Lake Norman Charter School, all of which are very close drives from Davidson, 10 to 15 minutes at the most, as well as Pine Lake Prep. So Davidson is great for the kiddos, for the families, and to get outdoors and put the video games down, get out there and have some fun, get some fresh air. All right, so number 4 on my list is if you like country club living. Absolutely gorgeous, sprawling neighborhood in the wonderful town of Davidson. We have River Run Country Club. Phenomenal facilities for families, for retirees. Let's check that out right now. All right, guys, so we have gone over Davidson Landing. We have touched on downtown Davidson and Main Street. And we have gone over the Greenway system. We will tie them all together now and come to another staple of Davidson, which is River Run Country Club. We have discussed in previous previous videos, Trump National and The Point up in Mooresville. The Peninsula Club of Cornelius, 2 exclusive clubs on Lake Norman. Those are a little bit different. Of course, they're on the lake. You got water views. They are spectacular. High tier price points as far as membership's concerned. River Run, going to be a little bit more affordable than that. Great for families with a tennis facility. Phenomenal youth programs by way of golf, tennis, swimming, 2 different pool complexes. So let's jump on into that. Let me minimize me and get over. So here we are looking at essentially that same Greenway map, but now it is in Google Maps. So you see the Greenway coming down and through and into River Run Country Club and then through it. But as far as the River Run Country Club itself, just fantastic facility. It's world class. It's hosted the Corn Ferry Tour Finals, which if you're familiar with the PGA Tour, you know what that is. This hosted their tour finals, I believe up until just a few years ago when it rotated elsewhere. But just a championship level golf course, phenomenal to play, an absolute blast. The staff is second to none. Dining facilities are amazing. Again, as I mentioned, a couple different pools within the facility. Let's check those out. Here we're going to have one of the pools. It's going to be a little bit smaller, a little quieter. Not going to have the kids park or anything along those lines that, the splash pads and the slides. So maybe for retired couples, just want to go and sit quietly, read a book. This is going to be your pool. And then we have the fun pool in the heart of the complex. There we are. Let's zoom in. So that is going to be right next to the tennis center and that facility. So you see a little lazy river. We've got some slides for the kids, shallow area for the young ones, and just a great time. And then you've got Slice Cafe, one of 3 of River Run's dining options. Of course, that is located here at the pool. So quick little grab and go bites to eat by the pool. Just fantastic in the summertime. And tennis facility, you can see it here, just gorgeous. Pickleball, you've got some indoor facilities, great professional staff for tennis and golf. So let's zoom back out and see the country club once again. Then I will jump over and highly recommend that you look into that or reach out to me, and I'd be more than happy to connect you with anyone in their membership department to discuss memberships. If you the possibility of relocation and joining River Run Country Club is an option for you, then we can get you set up with that. But riverruncc.com will be where you'll want to be, and check that all out. And again, as a past PGA professional, current PGA professional, I've got the know-how, the ins and the outs of country club living, country club lifestyle, and can answer any questions for you. And anything that I can answer that is River Run specific, I'll get you in touch with their staff. And last on my list of what differentiates Davidson from other towns. Davidson is located in Mecklenburg County, as I'm going to talk about here in just a moment. But there's a couple of little neighborhoods and secrets about Davidson that we're going to talk about right now. Okay, so Davidson lies within Mecklenburg County, and it is the northernmost town in Mecklenburg County. However, as Davidson expanded, a couple of areas were annexed into Davidson. One of them lied within Iredell County, and another one lied within Cabarrus County, closer to Kannapolis. So as that occurred, the neighborhood of Anniston and its immediate surrounding areas, and the neighborhood of Park Creek in Cabarrus County and its immediate surrounding areas became a part of Davidson as well, as you could see on the map with all of the listings. So What's interesting about that is that they are able to take advantage of the lower county taxes that they reside in. However, they still have that Davidson address that allows them to get the higher price point. All right, so let's take another look at the map here through Google Earth. And as we do, I want to bring up another map, one that I have created from our MLS. Everything here is from the town of Davidson. So what this shows you, the majority of the properties head to the southeast, and then you see the properties located in Iredell County and the properties located in Cabarrus County, and those are the neighborhoods that we had discussed. Anniston and Park Creek. First, we will zoom on over to Anniston and check it out. It is an absolutely beautiful neighborhood. What you hopefully will see in the video that I've taken of the neighborhood itself are the rolling hills that you really don't get a great idea of when looking at it through Google Earth or from that perspective. There are some properties that literally sit on top of kind of I'll say a mountainside, but it's really a very tall hillside that slope down to a creek. There are homes varying in price from, say, $700,000 in Anniston up to, say, $1.4 million. Again, depending upon the amount of acreage that they lie on, the finishes of the home. What there are, and you're seeing here on the Google map, there are areas of the neighborhood that are brand new. Some have been built within the past year, maybe 2 years, that aren't even showing up here on Google Earth. That's where I've zoomed in right there. There is now currently a street just about full of homes completed. But again, gorgeous homes. Several different styles and variations between brick and stone, hardyboard siding, excuse me. And but all in all, the community is one of the nicest in the areas. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, as we zoom back out and make our way over to Park Creek, what we see with Park Creek is relatively similar to that of Anniston. Not nearly going to be as big. However, they have just completed the neighborhood itself, and I believe have sold out. So it's slightly larger than what you're seeing here on the map by way of Google Earth. Google has not updated that. I'm not exactly sure why. But homes in here will range similarly from about $600,000 up to $1 million. Park Creek, gorgeous little neighborhood, very quaint. What you see in Park Creek are some slightly larger lots, some upwards of, say, from half an acre up to just over an acre. And as you see the mature trees, you don't have to worry about being in a new construction neighborhood with brand new planted trees that are going to take quite a while to mature. Definitely not the case with Park Creek along with Anniston. So absolutely fantastic little neighborhoods. Only about 15 minutes to Kannapolis on your east-hand side, and I'd say 20 minutes to downtown Davidson. So a little bit further out when you're talking about living in Davidson, but you do get to take advantage of the Davidson home pricing, which is very, very important, as I've mentioned. And with that, we will zoom back out. Kind of take that overall view looking back to the west towards the town of Davidson and Lake Norman itself, and to give you a good idea of exactly kind of where it's located on the map. Again, to the right side of the map, you have Mooresville. To the left side of the map, the southern side, you are going to be looking at Cornelius, maybe the edge of Huntersville. And that will be the overall view of this portion of Davidson, which was annexed into Iredell and Cabarrus counties. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed my self-guided tour of Davidson, so to speak, and what I feel separates Davidson from other communities and towns on Lake Norman and suburbs of Charlotte. If this is your first time to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like the video, comment on the video. I'd love to interact with you, answer any questions you may have, and most importantly, hit that notification bell so that you are alerted anytime I put out a new video. cranking them out every week, sometimes multiple times a week. So definitely want to get on there if you're thinking about relocating to the greater Charlotte area and Lake Norman specifically. Going to tell you all about it, everything you need to know, encompassed in any video that I'm putting out, telling you all about the different towns. Today, we did Davidson. So, reach out to me by phone, text, email. Got to give me a call, shoot me a text, write me a message. Let me know what it is that you're looking for. I can help you find that right home for you and help making relocating to our area so easy. It's what I love to do. So I do it every day. Answer phones, meeting with gentlemen coming down from New York. Maybe you're watching this. I'll talk to you soon. But it's so much going on. And as we head into springtime, definitely want to connect with you and see if you're going to make that move this year, what I can do to facilitate that for you. Please look down below in the description, click that Calendly link. What you can do is book a 15 to 30-minute consultation with me. We'll just chat about what it is that you're looking for, when you may want to make that move, and I can help you go over the steps to make that transition that much easier. But until the next time we meet, McCullough out. Thank you so much.